I am Ruchir Gupta, a student of Allen Career Institute, and I have been studying here since my 10th grade. Why Allen? That is because Allen is one of the most renowned institutions known in the public domain. In the current days, to crack any competitive exam, may it be JEE or NEET, a competitive coaching is extremely important. In these regards, Allen stands out. Plus, my sibling, who is 2 years elder to me, has also been a part of the Allen Career Institute, and his presence further motivated me to take my admission into Allen Career Institute when I was in 10th grade. Why NEET? My mom always dreamt to make me a doctor, and I also love helping people around me. So, being a doctor gives me a chance to serve mankind as well as help those in need. Because I believe helping others is better than helping yourself first. That is why I chose NEET exam. Now, when it comes to my study strategy, I always believed in consistency because consistency is next to godliness when it comes to a competitive exam like NEET. Consistency meant to complete all my daily tasks on a daily basis along with the class schedule, making sure I finish all my tasks as they were completed in the class itself and not leaving any backlog. Whatever was taught to me on that particular day had to be completed on the same day with effective question practice as well. Whatever doubts I had were also to be cleared on the next day before the next part was started so that there was always continuity between me and my preparation. In this regard, Allen provided me with wonderful learning opportunities, with the faculty and mentors always being omnipresent for me to shoot my doubts at them, and I always got multiple explanations for the same concept if I didn't understand it the very first time. They were extremely patient with me and taught me things which were maybe slow for me to grasp. So I am extremely grateful to the Allen faculty for teaching me things repeatedly and sometimes more than 15 or 20 times. So that is when it comes to how we study at Allen. The study material here is extremely comprehensive. You get to learn a lot by just reading the module one single time. Along with the NCERT, a module is a very important add-along item which helps you in coping with the competitive questions. How are questions framed, especially with the multiple choice kind of questions. The Allen material in this regard stands out as it's always updated with the most recent syllabus and teaches us how to face with the exam situation. Now comes the teacher's role. They played a very important role in my journey. Always told me to believe in myself. They taught me to trust myself at times when I couldn't do so myself. My parents were extremely important in the process of trust as well. They told me to leave everything in the hands of God if I prepared well. They always supported me through my bad days. There were multiple challenging times during these 2 years. There were times when I felt that I was not cut out for this exam, or maybe this test was too much for me. There were some bad days too when I got results far below my expectation, and there were times when I felt like giving up. But in these times, my parents, my brother, as well as the Allen teachers played a very important role in bringing me back on track. They told me that these things are a part and parcel of every aspirant's life, and how a life without ups and downs is not life at all. Only when you experience all the small enjoyments of life, only then can you dream of something bigger. So all the small tests, the major tests that we had, taught me something new. They told me about some hidden corners of my own self, which I was never able to experience in all these years of my life. So I'm very grateful to the Allen test series as well, because them being extremely experienced in all these testing patterns know what kind of questions can be framed. So they prepare us accordingly, and the comprehensive testing pattern also allows us to analyze our own mistakes to make sure we don't repeat the same. And the teachers are also extremely valuable in this area because they also help us in analyzing with us so that they know what kind of mistakes we are making, where do we need extra help, and where they can guide us extra. This is where Allen stands out when compared to every other coaching institute. The exam this time was pretty difficult. It was an understatement to say that I was not panicked during the exam. But what helped me during the 3 hours of the NEET exam was all that I had been taught in the small moments of my 2-year journey. Every class that we had, every interaction I shared with my teachers came to light during those 3 hours. And although I don't recollect much now from those stressful 3 hours, I can surely say it was a culmination of all the efforts that had been put in by me and my teachers, my parents and my brother over the past 2 years. My mother was always a silent pillar who kept asking me after every exam how it went, whether I learned something new. My dad was always standing beside me, my emotional support, who taught me to silently endure things, to learn on each day, to become a better human. And my brother was probably the best person I could find in these times. He helped me with my doubts, he heard me when nobody else was willing to hear me maybe, and also was there at times when I needed someone the most. So I'm very grateful to all of them. And the Allen teachers, well, I can never stop praising about them because they were with me all throughout these 2 years, and there was not a single moment when I felt that I was disconnected from them. I believe NEET is not only a test of physics, chemistry, and biology, it's a test of patience, grit, and determination. How well you can stand up for yourself and how well your preparation can speak for yourself is what speaks volumes when it comes to NEET exam. It may not be a difficult exam per se, but what is extremely important here is a mental stability. Only people who are able to control themselves in this difficult exam are able to stay towards the end. Now, when we talk about the preparation strategy, I always believed in giving all the subjects equal importance, maybe physics, chemistry, or biology. Chapters of biology which required multiple revisions or times to go through, I gave them that time. There were chapters which were quite taxing to finish, but I made sure to do it in small chunks, made sure my mind was not extremely coagulated with the same kind of information. Physics was probably not my forte. It wasn't something which excited me either, but in these times I went to my teacher, grasped from them important topics from the same subject, and also learned how to deal with difficult questions in the same subject. I practiced multiple questions, and I think to solve physics you need to have the right mindset in the exam, and for that you need to solve multiple questions after gaining the correct conceptual knowledge. Chemistry was my favorite subject of the lot. It helped me to imagine a lot beyond the textbooks. And the teachers in Allen also helped me further by widening my horizons. They taught me to go outside the textbook, solve multiple reference books alongside, and also strengthen my hold on the subject. In this regard, I also would like to commend all my Allen teachers, maybe my physics, chemistry, or biology mentors, because they were extremely perfect in their topics and they very well knew what had to be conveyed for the exam and what wasn't really needed. They contained our information and our curiosity to the right amount and only told us what was needed and was the requirement of the exam. I would especially like to thank my physics faculty who helped me deal with my biggest fear and phobia, and also spent time on and off the classroom teaching me important life lessons as well. I don't believe you need to study for 13 to 14 hours in a day. 7 to 8 hours of consistent study does equal benefit, but I believe you should be extremely focused in that time, and you should make sure you cover your daily targets and make sure to study for the tests as well. But you should not be panicking in the same situation, but make sure to comprehensively cover your syllabus while you're doing the same.